This is going to be my video for week 33 of AmeriCorps NCCC. So starting off from last Wednesday, what we did was we completed our rooftop surveys in Heber City. We did, that day we did the entire northwest quadrant, which I guess they were pretty surprised about us doing because they weren't expecting us to get that much done. It was our first day actually doing rooftop surveys kind of like on our own and not staying in one of the groups, so we just got split up into teams of two and just walked around and did the surveys. I think our two supervisors were really surprised about the amount of work we got done. I didn't think they expected us to be able to get that much done in one day. Following the next day, we did rooftop surveys again, and we completed the entire southwest portion that they wanted done, so we were kind of killing it. At that point, we actually had probably like, I don't know, 260 houses or so to do data entry for. So for each house, we have to basically take everything we put down on the sheet and transfer it into a spreadsheet on Windows, so on Excel. So we did that Friday. We stayed in the Restore in outside of Park City, and we did that all day. We entered the housing data, and then that afternoon they had a party at the Restore for I guess like more of the manager and the employees there or the volunteers there, because they have really high sales, I guess, and they sold like $3 million worth of merchandise or something within the year or something, but they made a lot of money, so they had a little party. We'd actually got tickets earlier in the week to go to a festival called Bonanza, which was here in Heber, and I didn't go. My team, everybody but two people on my team went that Friday afternoon. I actually went into town. I went to Kimball Junction, which is kind of like a shopping type center, and I went to like TJ Maxx, and I went to Walmart, and I went to Whole Foods, where I got kombucha because they had like this really big 24 ounce thing for like $7. It was worth it. Like, I drank it in 2 days, but I was happy to get my kombucha back on. And they didn't have like that size of like Townshins, but they had like an 8-ounce bottle of Townshins, which was just my like jam when I was in Oregon. So I got some of that as well, and I drank it all in 2 days. It was gone by the end of the weekend. So that was Friday. Saturday, I stayed in. The team said we were going to go to the concert because like that concert we got tickets for was like a 2-day thing, but they said we are going to leave like 3 to 5, and we didn't end up leaving then. So they actually decided they were ready to go around 8, and at that point I was like, I'm done. Like, we're going to get there. It's going to take 30 minutes to drive there. It's going to take 30 minutes to drive back. We can't have the van out after midnight. The show ends at midnight. Like, it wasn't worth it to go for like 2 hours for me, because it just wasn't. And honestly, the music that was there wasn't like my favorite type. So, I mean, if it was like pop music, I would have been there. But it was like alternative, and I only knew one band that was playing. So, whatever. So that was Saturday. Sunday, a couple of my teammates and me went out to Park City, which is like a street fair here in Park City. I didn't want to go. They showed up in my room and forced me out. So I went there, and then I made a poor decision. And okay, it wasn't poor, but I made a decision to spend $25 on a lobster roll, and it was like a pound and a half of lobster on like a piece of bread, which was it was bomb. I haven't had meat that good this entire program, and my body was ready for it, and my body deserved it, and no shame. I spent $25 on it. Had to be done. Following that, Monday, we did a Brush with Kindness project with Habitat for Humanity. We basically just kind of weeded out a lady's yard and did some lopping and cut back some of her bushes that were overgrown. And then that afternoon, we went and did rooftop surveys, and we started the east side of Heber, the northeast side of Heber, and we did probably like 2 streets worth, about 6 blocks. And then it started raining, so we left like an hour earlier than we usually would have. And then Tuesday, we did rooftop surveys, finished up the east side. Me and the girl I was working with doing the surveys, we finished like all of the northeast side we had, and finished like 2 of the streets we had in the southeast side. So we were really ahead, which kind of kicked our ass today, because even though we got ahead yesterday, we had to go back and help everybody today because they can't keep up. So, I mean, that sucks, but AmeriCorps is all about teamwork, so I'll deal with it. But yeah, that was this week of AmeriCorps NCCC. I'm kind of liking it here in Utah. It's pretty nice. I don't know, it's a nice place. I hope you like this video, and please share and subscribe and like down below.